Aarti, I have this question for you, which is actually bothering quite a few of us. There are children, now the new problem, there are children who are coming with masks. When they're fine, they don't have cold, no, everybody is fine in the classroom, but there are these children who refuse to remove their mask. And when they're eating in the lunch break, they just remove it, eat, put it down. And the next level, they also try to wear hoodies, and they like to close themselves. They're also wearing specs, so they're hardly seen. And we sort of, when we ask them to remove the hoodie and we encourage them, we tell them it's fine, there's one particular child who puts his hand on his mouth and talks through that. This is going to be a new worry for all of us. Can you explain how to manage this?
Ma'am, I would take this in two levels. Some children post pandemic have developed severe phobia of falling ill. If it is that, then the parents need to immediately seek counseling or professional help, because some level this has become a fear and anxiety which they need to probably deal with and help them understand that it's not a problem. But the major question that you have, where they're not even removing the mask and things like that, using hoodies, another level is wearing oversized clothes, those kind of things. Somewhere the current generation post all these social media filters and all of these extremely unreachable or unattainable body standards, body beautiful standards. I think there are a lot of body image issues that the children are having to deal with. And in India, we are such a hypocritical culture. We tell children, look at that person, they look so nice, or,
Yeah.
call children motu, chotu, these words using their appearance and then shaming them. And I think it's a very unfortunate situation, because, the child does not choose the skin color. The child does not choose how they want to appear, because these are genetically determined, and some of these can be lifestyle related. And by calling them motu or chotu or shaming them, saying nobody will marry you and things like that, it's very unfair to children. In fact, I've been wearing glasses all my life, like probably since I was 14 or something. I used to be called four eyes.
Oh.
And I'm very fond of my glasses because I really can read very well with them, and I've never liked contact lenses, and each person is comfortable with a certain part of this. But when they're hiding at this level, it's probably reached a point where they're unable to accept themselves, and this is what we call body dysmorphia in technical terms, meaning that my body is perfectly fine, the body part is perfectly fine, my skin color is perfectly fine, I'm not scarred or anything, but perceptually I believe that it's not perfect, and I try everything possible to cover it as much as possible. And this is very deeply ingrained in personality, because the shaming probably has happened in many ways. It could have started where the parents have made fun of the child, or in a family function some grandmothers just made a remark and things like that. As they come into the teen years, and you'll notice many of them are teenagers.
Teenagers, good looking, tall, handsome,
And
perfect.
I wouldn't even use these words, because I think every child is beautiful the
No,
way
yeah,
they are.
that's true.
You know,
But I'm surprised with that image that he.
that's why it's perceptual, ma'am.
Yeah, that's
When
true.
we say perceptual, like you're saying, there's nothing wrong. For a third person, when we're looking at them, they look actually quite attractive, extremely beautiful, things like that. And not by just somebody's standards, but in actual sense, the child has so many beautiful qualities as well.
That's so
Internally.
true.
They're actually probably helpful, compassionate,
Beautiful.
extremely, energetic, or, in many ways beautiful. So in that sense, I think one of the things we can do is to help them realize the beauty that they have in all their qualities, the beauty that they have in their relationships, not just at the level of the body. Because somewhere this balance is lacking. These softer skills that we have are completely lost, because the world has become so visual in terms of projecting somebody to look better, and everything is 30 seconds or 40 seconds, and in that impact they want to create this image. So when children have reached a point where they're hiding so much, I think having an open discussion with them is extremely important. Secondly, parents need to understand that these casual remarks need not involve the body. You need to speak to your child, use sentences, use terms which do not involve the body. For example, not say things like motu and chotu, because they are not words. You want to have a pet name, you want to have a nickname, have something that's empowering. It's very important to do these things. And post-pandemic, like you're saying, they've found a good way to cover themselves. And this, if you've noticed, many children, even in the online classes, were not using the
Screens.
screens. You know, they would keep their video muted and video closed and things like that. All this was leading to that, because if you noticed, in a online call, you can see yourself, and then children were very conscious, thinking everybody else is looking at me. And all of this started at that point. So I think a healthy conversation around how beautiful they are and to look at the balance involved in their personality would help.
Thank you. Very useful, Aarti. Very useful.